So we were back this week, sat down for about a good like 2.5 hours. Caught up on all the new series. I am currently, as of this moment, I am 17 of 19 caught up on new series in Jump. My goal is to be caught up on absolutely everything by the end of the year. Hopefully, a lot sooner than the end of the year. I have about 180 something chapters worth of stuff I need to read in totality, and then I'll be all caught up.
Okay.
But the best chapter that I probably read this week, like hands down, the best chapter was from Kagurabachi. Now, Tom, I am the biggest Kagurabachi glazer on the internet, and there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. I was one of these people from chapter 1.
What's the one you just read? What's the number for the current chapter?
108, chapter 108. I wanted to just bring this story to our audience's attention, like I will many times, because it really is that good. This is a series that I really do think is on the upper echelon of quality, and it's been there for the last 50, 60 chapters, and the previous 50, 60 chapters before that was also excellent. The current story that we're in right now, we're just in you get these big climactic battles sometimes in manga. You reach a certain point where we get a little taste of like what the end series / pinnacle of power could potentially look like, and we're in one of these fights right now. And Hokuzono Sensei, the artist and author of the series, whenever he has 2 weeks off, whenever he has a break week, Tom, he pops off. We got 6 fucking 2-page spreads this week. 6 of them. Gorgeous. Well fucking put together. Beautiful art. The story right now is so excellent. And I don't want to just like completely just balls walls spoil everything for you, which is why I'm speaking more in generalities. When we do our arc deep dives on Kagurabachi, we'll get into this. We'll get into the spoilers.
I'm gonna have to because it sounds like this is the one, like, out of all the ongoing, you're like,
this is non-negotiable. This is non-negotiable. You need to catch up on this immediately, and because it's cooking so hard, and we have so much has happened in the 108 chapters. Yet there's been enough set up that we have at least 150 chapters of great shit left to go, and I fucking can't wait. Each week you get great art. I think this is the best cast of characters ever. They're all memorable. Not ever, but I consider a manga series its cast of characters. How well do I remember the cast of characters' names? If I can recall everybody's name when I'm not reading the series, how many names I can remember is how good the series is.
Yeah.
So of course, you got the main character, of course, Chihiro, Mr. Shiba, Hiyuki, Hakuri, the Shaku members and all of them. It's fucking it's great. The art's great, characters are great, the action's great. The story's got good lore. If you're a fucking power scalar type fiend, it's got some sauce for you. And I just can't recommend the series enough. And I feel like 108 has solidified this series for the 12th time as being like honestly, I think the best series. Like, this is the best series in the magazine right now. One Piece will always kind of be number one because it's 1,000+ chapters.
One Piece is emeritus status, obviously. That's like in a different category. Like, but you're so this chapter, 2 weeks off, big spreads, big battle.
Yeah, huge battle.
Okay.
The biggest one, the biggest battle up to this point, and probably the biggest battle that we will see until probably closer to the end of the series. We're like, it's a type of like not since like the Shibuya incident with JJK have I felt this amped and excited about a fucking shonen arc. It's Kagurabachi, since it's the end of its second arc, had entered an arc called the Sword Bearer Assassination arc that has basically essentially gone on since, but enough has happened that you could probably break it up into about 3 or so mini arcs. And the current battle that we're in right now, we can probably consider its own little arc. And this shit is phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Can you give a quick premise?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Not even for the arc, but for Kagurabachi and
Kagurabachi. Oh yeah, absolutely. Kagurabachi is of course, shonen battle series that stars Chihiro Rokuhira, who's a 18-year-old at when we start the series.
Perfect.
But 3 years prior, he was 15, living with his dad, who 15 years before he was born, he was a legendary swordsmith that created these amazing epic swords that managed to single-handedly end this war with a foreign island that appeared off the coast of Japan. They have access.
This is old-timey shit. Then.
This is old-timey, 15 years before the start of the story. It's called the Seitai War, and his dad created 6 enchanted blades that were all powerful, and he to win the war. 15 years go by. He takes the swords back after the war. He ends up, his home is invaded. He's killed, and all the swords are stolen. And Chihiro is left, wounded, and he has the scar on his face. It's then with his dad, dead in his arms, that he vows revenge. Take back.
I love it. I mean,
to take back the swords and to protect his fucking dad's legacy. Because one of the core themes of the story is about power and responsibility, and how when you're a swordsmith, when you wield swords, katana are meant to protect the weak.
Damn,
so good.
So I didn't know much about this one, but I'm hearing 18-year-old protagonist. Okay, check. Battle manga, check. Dad murder revenge story. I mean, that's like
mega revenge story.
But then what gets me most excited is there is a concrete numbers of MacGuffins to collect.
Yep.
From villains, I imagine, from nefarious ne'er-do-wells.
And we skipped over the best part. Not only does he's got to get the 6 swords back, he's got to get the 6 swords back and protect his dad's legacy. He's gonna do it with the secret 7th sword that his dad dedicated his life to making.
Right. Okay.
Yep. Afterwards. And the beautiful...
And he has this sword.
Yes,
they didn't know about this one.
The sword is called Enten, is the name of the sword, which is also one of his... Hokuzono's, one of his previous one-shots was called Enten. Enten is wonderful because it's like thematic like spirit it's goldfish. And it basically, the core swords, with the exception of one, all have 3 abilities. The 3 core abilities in general terms for Chihiro are Kuro, which is the blackfish, which basically is like flying slashes in his offensive attacks. There's Akka, which is the redfish, and that is basically it absorbs attacks, and then he can use the attack kind of back at you. It's like mirror move from fucking Pokemon. And except he can save it. He can hold on to it for weeks and months and then use the ability later. And then there's Nishiki, which basically is a 3-colored fish, and it enhances all his like physical abilities and his eyesight and shit like that. And you hear that and you're like, okay, yeah, pretty simple. And then you get to the other fucking enchanted blades, and these things are nuts. These are some of the craziest fucking weapons ever thought of.
And yeah, okay, so and I assume again a bad guy has this sword, and you have to beat him.
So there's an evil group of elite sorcerers. They're called the Ishaku. We all at the start of the series, all we know about them is that they're a small group, and they started about 4 years prior. So they started a year before they killed his dad. And at the start of the story, he comes across he meets a girl named Char who is getting chased by someone who has access to one of the enchanted blades. And And the first arc of the story is basically about encountering this character who gets an enchanted blade. His name's Sojo. It's the Sojo arc. And his enchanted blade, Cloud Gouger, or Kuregumo, if you want to be consistent and use Japanese names like the rest of them. Basically the first arc kind of revolves around them. And Sojo, he's like actually a big fan of his dad, and he loves the swords, and he's a fucking freak for the fucking enchanted blades. He's a great character. Sojo's a fucking amazing villain. And that first arc really is like a lot of, I think, amazing shonen series. The first arc, or the first like couple arcs, depending on how long ago it is, if you're like a One Piece style series, is like pretty good. And then it's the later arcs when things are more established and everyone's a bit more confident and the art gets a bit better, that we get to like the true masterpiece shit. Kagurabachi is like one of the few series where like when this gets adapted into anime, I'm gonna be excited from chapter 1, because I think the first like 18 chapters, the first like 2 volumes, which covers the first arc, is fantastic. And then the second arc right after that is when we get introduced to some more, you know, supporting characters that are fucking amazing. We just get a really excellent arc, and then more of the swords start getting introduced. It's peak, dude.
So
it's
which sword are you on right now? So 108.
So currently, so what I'll say right now is, so there's one of the 6 original swords. One of the swords is called the Shinuchi, which is the best sword. It's the premiest of the. It's the best of the best. And when I mean best of the best, I mean it's a gazillion times better than all the other swords. Like, it's not even fucking close. And of course, the guy who wielded this sword is literally the sword master. He's the best guy to ever wield a sword, and he's got the best fucking sword to ever be made. Match made in paradise right now. Currently, of the 7 swords, we know of 5. And there are 2 that we don't know the names of. We don't know their abilities. We do know they're wielders, but we have not met them officially as a part of the story. They've only just been revealed through like One Piece style lore flashback drop shit, or mentioned off the cuff. So that's kind of where we are. So we still have more swords to introduce. And currently, one of the 7 swords is completely out of play.
Okay, well, I'm so I forgot one check mark that I forgot. Swords.
Yeah,
they're cool.
They're so cool.
Yeah, they're cool.
And then the power system. What I love about the power system is he's so smart. He's so great, because you got swords, so you have swords, and then you have sorcery, and sorcery is great. It's devil fruit logic. You get one, you get your innate sorcery, and then there's like basic sorcery shit that you can, like, you know, making sure if you get hit that you don't die immediately, like that type of defense hockey shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But your spirit energy, basically your innate spirit energy that you're born with, you get this innate ability, and the abilities are like whack. So some of them are like OP as fuck. Like Mr. Shiba, he has the ability to teleport. Mr. Shiba is like his confidant and like main supportive character. He was like a friend of his dad, war buddy. And he's helping Chihiro on this revenge quest. He can teleport, and it's OP as shit. It's just, he can teleport anywhere, and it's nuts. And then what
spirit animal inspires teleportation?
I don't know. So not everyone has like a spirit animal per se. The specifically the enchanted blade's spirit energy is typically in something. So like if for Cloud Gouger, it's like it's like an ice dragon, because Cloud Gouger's abilities are, it's water, ice, and electricity all in one fucking sword.
Because it's got
it.
Cloud.
And it's great. It's great, and it's kind of shows itself as like it's like a dragon type thing. But yeah, the sorcery leaves it so we can have other characters be involved and play along. Although it's established that the enchanted, it's established early on that anyone who's got an enchanted blade is just on a completely separate level. So you have the people who have the enchanted blades who are on a completely separate level from everyone else. Then you have the super S tier sorcerers, and then you have like the sorcerers and like regular, swordsmen and shit like that.
And so this is just what you woke up to Sunday morning, and you're just like in the middle of like the greatest fight of
It's
the
the
series
greatest
so
fight.
far.
This is
And
like
it's
some of
like
the greatest shit
unbelievable.
ever.
Six layouts. Like
I
it's
get
crazy.
6 like beautiful like panel spreads, just some of the best fucking action choreography ever. Like Hokuzono is someone who said in interviews that he's like extremely inspired by like American filmmaking and basically using like paneling to kind of feel like a camera is sort of like moving through a scene or story. That coupled with how he uses like narration to like explain what's going on, but also not really take away from the action is excellent. It's so much fun to read. There are every chapter, Tom, every fucking chapter, there is an exciting panel. There is an exciting, gobsmacking, cool, sick as fuck panel.
This one has 6.
Yeah, and this one's probably got more than 6. It just happens to have 6 that take up 2 pages.
Jeez.
Yeah, I love this series. I cannot recommend it enough. Please be early. I'm saying this right now. I'm putting my stake in the claim right now for you fucking nerds who refuse to read this shit and you only want to watch the fucking anime. It's all but officially confirmed. Sai Games, the guys who did the fucking Umu Matsume, the horse derby movie, they're doing the adaptation. Probably going to do a pretty good job.
Uma Musume?
Uma Musume, excuse me.
Yeah. It's horse daughter, which is like, yuck. I don't know.
I don't know. The horses go around the track.
And they're girls.
The animation in the movie is great. So everyone's very excited. All the KB fans are excited.
I love being cultured and early. Like early on the so if I need to this is the Sam pitch of the week on this one. I'm already convinced by the gamified checkboxes I gave you, where you're like you know what you're gonna get, and it's just gonna be like hyper polished. Somebody who's like just really like on those checkboxes, knows how to make them work and make them sing. So yeah, I like collecting a certain number of MacGuffins, like Scott Pilgrim, right? There's the 7 evil X's. It just works. Let's just do what works. Yeah,
it's perfect. And just the way in the story, it moves at a fucking breakneck pace, but in a way that gives plenty of time for not only like the major characters, but Hokuzono does a great job at like giving so much humanity to fucking the no names, the random Kamunabi guards. Get like these little arcs or character moments where you're like, dude, I fucking actually really like this random dude who stood on his square for these 2 panels. Or like this guard character gets a whole ass backstory for a couple pages. That just again brings so much humanity to these like moments in story scenes. And I want to end the segment with this, guys. Again, when all the normies get to catch up and the anime comes out, this will be the next like
Chainsaw Man,
JJK. It appeals to American sensibilities. Like it appeals to like the Tarantino gang, like so hard. It just will be a huge series.
The Vinland Saga. States. Yeah, got it.
It's got all the shit. It's got all the shit that the American anime audience loves. And you'll like it too. So watch it or read it. Fucking go on Shonen Jump and read it.